you ever heard of exclamation point hairs?
Exclamation mark hairs receive their name because they resemble an exclamation mark used in punctuating a sentence. They appear as very small 3 to 4 millimeter hairs and are typically wider at the top and then taper to a progressively thinner hair as the hair meets the scalp. Exclamation mark hairs typically appear pale at the bottom and darker at the top. Now, this is the opposite of what I experienced. My hair was broader at the top and thinner at the bottom, and that's not exactly how it's described here. And you'll see an example of what I'm talking about later on throughout the video.
And what they are is your hair takes on the shape almost like an exclamation point. So it's very narrow towards the ends. The hair becomes thick towards the root. And that is exactly what happened to my hair.
You'll notice that the healthcare provider may also look for a characteristic finding of alopecia areata called an exclamation point hair. Yeah, so what is that? Yeah. Around the edges of the hair loss, the hairs are short, they're broken off, and they narrow as you get close to the scalp. So they look like exclamation point.
After I removed the rubber band,
10 minutes before I cut my hair, I sectioned my hair and put my hair into rubber bands. The point of the rubber bands was to keep my hair aligned, orderly, and organized in order to transition the hair into hair extensions. The hair you see here is not the same hair I cut June 27th, 2020. My hair here is healthy, it's strong, there's no breakage, minimum shedding, it has luster and shine. My hair after alopecia, it's dull, jagged, uneven, it's demolished, it is destroyed compared to how my hair was just 1 month prior. It's amazing how much damage was done in such a short amount of time. And what I find most disturbing about me losing my hair, it wasn't just about me losing my hair. Of course, that is the superficial aspect of it. It was more the destruction of my hair. It was like watching a house be destroyed. You know, a house you spent years saving for, a house you spent years planning for. You know, you put a lot of time and effort into the foundation, getting the right contractors in regards to my hair, getting the right products. You know, you put blood, sweat, and tears into your dream home, only to see it destroyed brick by brick. In my case, strand by strand. It all came to crashing down in a matter of just 1 week, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. All the trimming, all the deep conditioning, all the protective styles could not stop the destruction of my home that took years to build. That's kind of like what it felt like. Don't worry, I'm fine. This happened almost 2 years ago, but I'm just giving you a kind of inside look of what it was like to lose my hair in a matter of like weeks.
After I removed the rubber bands and started combing through my hair, all these tiny little pieces of hair that were in between my long strands, you're going to see the difference in length. So check this out. So all that hair that you saw me cut, there were little tiny exclamation point hairs in between there that were useless. They were narrow, they were short.
This is what alopecia left me with. Now, according to what the medical definition of what exclamation point hair is supposed to be narrow towards the end, I believe, and more broader towards it's supposed to be more narrow towards the scalp and broader towards the top of the hair, I believe. But looking at my hair, it looks like my hair is more broader towards the scalp and more narrower towards the end. I was a little confused about what exclamation point hairs were. You can see the difference between the quality and the texture of my hair when comparing my post-2020 alopecia hair to my shed hair, which was collected between the years of 2015, maybe 2018-19. My shed hair is much thicker, it's longer, it's even browner in color. I must have gotten a lot of sun between those years because my alopecia post hair is very dark. But I did notice that my alopecia hair is much darker compared to my shed hair. I made tracks out of the scraps that I was left with, and I wish I had done this years ago because I've thrown years and years and years worth of scraps like this away. It was either not long enough or, yeah, basically it wasn't long enough. So hair that wasn't the length of my shed hair, I threw it away. Not thinking outside the box. I could have made bangs out of it. I could have made a bob out of it, you know, a chin length bob or something. Beautiful hair, but now we've moved to another stage with you. I would like to see more of your alopecia, your growth struggles, etc. Not back where you were, more where you are, shaking my head. I guess you can post whatever content you want, but it seems odd to me since you're on a new journey. I have 2 audiences now. Unexpectedly, I have 2 audiences. I did not plan for this. But I welcome it. I'm glad that I have 2 different audiences. I plan to be on YouTube for the next maybe 2 or 3 months until I'm done uploading all of my alopecia information. Then I'm taking a break. But in the meantime, while I'm here, I have an audience who enjoys general hair tutorials and hair growth tips. And I have an audience who enjoys alopecia information. I plan to upload general hair content Tuesdays, 1 to 2 times a month. And I plan on uploading alopecia information on Thursdays, 1 to 2 times a month. That way I can accommodate both audiences. Now I did try to make my second channel into an alopecia channel, but it's just too difficult to maintain and manage 2 channels. So if you're here for general hair information, I welcome you. I'm glad you're here. And if you're here for alopecia information, hello, glad you could stop by. And if you're here for both, I am so thankful and grateful to have you here. Now, I may have alopecia, but I still wear my hair straight 90% of the time. And you know, when I'm feeling a little edgy, I will expose one or both sides of my head, but I don't ever plan to go completely bald. I don't have the head shape for it, and I don't have the face shape for it. I have a very full face. So I need hair to frame my face. I still wear my hair straight. My shed hair still needs to be maintained, washed, conditioned, straightened. You know, the routine hasn't changed, guys. My routine is pretty much the same as it was prior to me losing my hair. The hair that was once on my scalp has now transitioned into tracks. You know, I also believe that when someone loses their hair, it is their personal, private choice whether or not they want to go fully bald. They should never feel pressured to go bald just because the next individual chooses to go bald. It is a personal, private decision. No one should ever feel pressured to expose their head if they don't feel comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so congested. Allergy season's kicking my butt. But